Welcome to this explainer. If you are somewhere in that 60 to 80-year-old bracket, or hey, maybe you just want a sneak peek at what a truly well-lived life looks like down the road, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to completely reframe what it actually means to age well. We're tossing out the myths, ignoring those totally impossible standards, and focusing on the real, concrete signs that you are mastering the art of resilient aging. Because honestly, if you still have certain everyday abilities, you're probably doing way better than most people your age. Okay, let's dive into this because we really have to laugh at the absolutely absurd expectations the internet has given us. Social media likes to pretend that successful aging means looking 35 forever. You know the vibe, hiking a mountain every single weekend, blending green smoothies at sunrise, and somehow perfectly balancing on a paddleboard while doing yoga. But let's look at reality. For most normal people, everyday aging is just hoping your knee doesn't make that incredibly weird clicking sound when you stand up from a chair. Aging well looks totally different in reality than people expect, and letting know of that paddleboard perfection is absolutely step one. So, if it's not about being a flawless Instagram model at 75, what is it? Well, true healthy aging actually has absolutely nothing to do with perfection. It's all about function, resilience, adaptability, and keeping your independence for as long as you possibly can. You see, aging isn't just a collection of diagnoses, the pills you take, or what shows up on your yearly lab work. I mean, sure, those things matter, but what actually determines your quality of life is whether you can still function in your day-to-day routine. Those small, everyday abilities, they matter so much more than people realize. Section 1. Physical Independence and Resilience. Here is a major sign you're winning. Getting up independently. Now, this might sound incredibly simple, but it's actually huge. If you can get out of bed, push yourself up out of a chair, use the bathroom on your own, drive, and handle your own grocery shopping safely, wow, you are already miles ahead of many of your peers. Mobility is literally one of the biggest predictors of independence as we get older. Unfortunately, we usually don't appreciate this baseline level of mobility until it starts getting difficult. But living independently and managing your own life, that's not just getting by. That is a very strong, highly successful level of functioning. And that brings us to our next sign, recovering from setbacks. Let's be honest, after 60, life definitely starts throwing more curveballs. We're talking illnesses, falls, unexpected surgeries, losses, and sudden health hiccups. But one of the greatest signs of healthy aging is your capacity to recover and adapt after those setbacks hit. You don't have to bounce back perfectly, and you certainly don't have to bounce back instantly. But eventually, yes. True resilience matters way more than people realize. The most successful older adults aren't the ones pretending nothing is wrong. They're the ones who figure out how to adjust to their new reality and just keep going anyway. Section 2. Mental Engagement and Management. And this brilliantly illustrates our next sign, which is managing your own medications. If you can safely understand your meds, keep them organized, remember to take them, and actually know exactly why you're taking them, that is a massive sign of cognitive and functional independence. Think about it. Medication management gets complicated incredibly fast. You might be juggling multiple doctors, seeing specialists, visiting different pharmacies, and suddenly your medication list looks a mile long. If you're still independently managing all those moving parts, you are achieving a major cognitive triumph, and you're honestly doing far better than you probably give yourself credit for. Let's talk about staying curious and engaged. You absolutely do not need to become a world traveler or take up competitive sports to stay mentally sharp. Often, it's just as simple as reading a good book, keeping up with your hobbies, having engaging conversations, or spending time gardening. Oh, and it definitely includes learning new tech, or, as we've all experienced, simply watching a video trying to figure out why your smartphone suddenly updated itself again and hit all your apps. People who keep learning, keep asking questions, and stay interested in life do so much better emotionally and cognitively as they age. Curiosity is really the engine that keeps your brain engaged. Section 3. The Power of Connection. Here is another hugely important ability, staying socially connected. This one is incredibly underrated. You see, isolation is a massive hidden problem among seniors. Think about the life transitions that happen in this phase of life. After retirement, or maybe after an illness, or losing loved ones, it becomes so easy to just slowly withdraw from the world. But if you're still talking with friends, engaging with your family, participating in local activities, or just maintaining everyday social ties, that matters enormously for healthy aging. Continuing to stay connected to the people and the life around you isn't just a nice bonus, it's a major, quantifiable strength. Section 4. Adapting with perspective. Next up is adapting to change. Aging requires constant adaptation. Plain and simple. The ground is always shifting beneath you. You've got changes in your physical body, shifts in your daily energy levels, navigating a complex healthcare system, and of course, dealing with rapidly evolving technology. The people who age the best, they usually aren't the ones fighting reality every single step of the way. Instead, they're the people who learn how to adapt without completely losing their sense of self. Learning to bend so you don't break, maintaining that flexibility becomes incredibly important over time. Now, what's really interesting about this is our final sign, maintaining perspective and humor. Honestly, this might just be the most powerful ability of the whole bunch. When your joints start making noises that sound exactly like microwave popcorn, the older adults who cope the best are the ones who can just look at the situation, say, well, this is ridiculous, and laugh anyway. Aging comes with losses, changes, and some deep frustrations, but if you can still laugh, still connect, and maintain your perspective through all of life's chaos, that is the ultimate sign of emotional resilience. Humor is the absolute best tool to help you stay emotionally flexible through the toughest stages of life. Section 5, the real winning metric. So here is the absolute bottom line. Winning at aging does not mean you never get sick, and it definitely doesn't mean looking young forever. It means maintaining your function, your independence, your connection, your adaptability, and ultimately, your quality of life. Understanding your own health and actively staying engaged in your own care is truly one of the best things you can possibly do as you get older. I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. Are you giving yourself enough credit for how well you're adapting? Seriously, take a second and think about it. A lot of people are doing much, much better than they think they are. If you are navigating the curveballs, managing your daily life, staying curious, and still finding moments to laugh at the absurdity of it all, you aren't just surviving, you are winning. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep adapting, give yourself some credit, and I'll catch you in the next one.